students, welcome to St. Anne's Lines Primary School, Bagalkot for Mathematics class Standard 7. In my today's session, I am going to start chapter 3. Chapter 3, that is data handling. Data handling. Okay. Now, in your previous class, you have learnt about the many kinds of datas. Data means what? Collection of scores or collection of some kinds of example temperature or some scores like football match or scores of cricket match. These all are not only this type of collection of data, that is data handling means how we will handle them, how we will manage them, how we are going to understand through that data handling. See now, one example I am going to show you from your textbook. Temperature of cities. See here, as on 26 2006. Here, temperature of different cities is recorded on 26 2006. See, at Ahmedabad, maximum temperature was 38 degrees Celsius and minimum 29 degree Celsius. The same way, Amritsar 37 degrees Celsius and minimum 26 degree Celsius. Bangalore 28 degrees Celsius, 21 degree Celsius. Like this, Chennai, Delhi, Jaipur, Jammu, Mumbai, maximum and minimum temperatures are recorded. This is what one data. Okay, some recorded scores or some recordings. Okay, that collection is data. Another example I can take. See here, Football World Cup 2006. Here, in this also scores. Ukraine beat Saudi Arabia by 4-0. These are the points. Spain beat Tunisia by 3-1. Switzerland beat Togo by 2-0. See, this is what football match scores. Okay, this is World Cup, Football World Cup in the year 2006. Now, the same way, here data showing weekly absentees in a class. In 1 week, Monday, how many were absent? 3 were absent. This symbol shows 3 students or 3 children. Tuesday, just 1. Wednesday, nobody. All were present. No absentees. Thursday, 5 were absent. Friday, 2 were absent. Saturday, 4 were absent. So, this represents what? 1 child. Here, 3 children, 1 child, 5 children. Like that, these all are the number of absentees it shows. These all are called as data. Okay. See, next, these data, one more data I'll take, that is how we organize this data. That is important. Okay, we are collecting the data. After collection of the data, what to do? We have to organize them. For some purposes, we are just collecting the data. What are those purposes? How we have to organize those data? Now we'll see organization of data. See, once we collect the data, for example, now I am collecting one data that is of one classroom. See here, Mrs. Neelam is a class teacher, wanted to find how children had performed in English. Okay, now what she will do? Just she copied the marks 23, 25 or 35 will take. 35, 23, 35, 48, 30, 25, 46, 13, 27, 32, 38. These are the marks of the English subject. Okay, this is the teacher wrote these all. This is also one kind of data only. She collected the data. But here see, this is not that much systematic way. 23 means who's this? What is his roll number? 35 means what is this? Marks. Okay, we can say just by seeing we can't understand what are these. So we put these all data in the tabulation. Okay, the next step comes, that is organization of data. So how we organize this data, that is important. That is tabulation comes. Organization of data. See, just collecting the data like this is not much important. Okay, now, okay, some numbers we have written, we may think, what are these? These are data or marks or score of something. Just by seeing this, you must understand, oh, this is the marks of the students of the class so and so, or marks of the, or this is the roll number. Okay, so now what to do then? How to organize this data? Now, how to organize this data? I'll show you in the book. See, in the tabulation, this is called as tabulation. Tabulation is nothing but just putting the data in some tables along with the names, roll number and their marks. Okay. Now see, first 23 marks. Who is this 23? Ajay's. What was his roll number? 1. Roll number 1, Ajay, 23 marks. Roll number 2, Arman, 35. Roll number 3, Ashish, 48. Roll number 4, Dipti, 30. Like this it goes on up to roll number 10, Neeraj, 38. This is what the systematic way of representing the data. This is called as organization of data. Just by seeing this table, nobody can say anything. Nobody can tell us, oh, these are the marks of so and so. Nothing. Now just by seeing, oh, roll number, names, marks out of 50. Of what? English subject. So this is what organization of data. Okay. See, after this, even just by seeing this tabulation, now suddenly we can't understand who is the highest scorer and who is the least scorer. That also comes under the organization. So this organization is little bit improved. Then what to do? Just by seeing, we must understand who is the highest scorer and who is the least scorer. So for that, what we have to do? We have to arrange this data. See here, table 3.5 you observe here, in the descending order. Either descending or ascending. Any one of the order, we have to arrange the data or we have to organize the data either in the descending or ascending order. If we arrange them in the descending order, suddenly we will come to know who is the highest, that will be in the first, and who is the least, that will be in the last. You know, descending order means highest to lowest. Okay, ascending means lowest to highest. So in any one of the way, we have to organize the data. See here, you just observe. Roll number 3, Ashish, 48. He is the highest scorer. Then who is the least? Suddenly you come last. Roll number 7, Jai, 13 marks. So this is systematic data more than this. Actually before that, just we collected the data. Like this, step by step, the data organization also has been improved a lot. This is what the organization of data. I hope you all understood what is the data, collection of data, organization of data. Let's go for the representative value, that is mean. There are actually three representative values. They are mean, mode and median. Now in the present situation, just we learn mean. Okay, what is that mean? We'll see now. You know, we are collecting the data. Just now we understood how to collect the data. After the collecting, the organization of data. Okay, now after the collection of that data, we have to think what is the mean or average. Average, that mean or average is nothing but, that is the sum of the scores divided by number of scores. This sum of the scores and divided by the number of scores is called as arithmetic mean. What does it mean? It means that arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is nothing but, what is that? Sum of the scores. Sum of the scores divided by number of scores. Number of scores. This is arithmetic mean. This is one kind of representative value. There are three representative values. They are mean, mode and median. Now we are learning just mean. For this mean, I am going to tell you, I am going to take one example. See, let me solve an example. Example, see one example I will take. What is that example? A batsman scored the following number of runs. A batsman scored the following number of runs. The following number of scores, or it may be runs also, runs in 6 innings. In 6 innings. Okay, what are those scores or runs? In the first inning, that is 36 runs. In the second inning, that is 35. In the third inning, that is 50. In the fourth inning, that is 46. In the fifth inning, that is 60. And sixth and in the last inning, that is 55 runs he scored. Okay. Now, what is the average or mean of this score? What is the mean of that batsman scores? Now what to do? This is scores. Mean is equal to or average is equal to, both are same. This is nothing but, it may be arithmetic mean or average, both are same, is equal to sum of the scores. Sum of the scores divided by number of scores. Okay, what is the sum of the scores? All the scores we have to add. What is that? 36 plus 35 plus 50 plus 46 plus 60 plus 55. Then totally how many are there? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there. Okay, number of scores. Then what is the total of these all the scores? That is 282 divided by 6. Just you divide it. We get the answer as 47. 6 fours are 24, 4 remained 47. What is the arithmetic mean of this batsman? 47. Okay. After this 47 arithmetic mean, this is arithmetic mean. Now, this 47, where does it lie? Okay. This lies actually in the scores only. To understand this, now we learn that is range. Okay. Range is, see, one, the difference between the highest and the lowest observation gives us an idea of the spread of the observation. I told you already, I explained you, when we collect the data should be arranged either in the ascending order or descending order. Ascending means the first one will be the least score and the last one will be the highest score. Or if you arrange the data in the descending order, the first score will be the highest score. This will help you where does the mean lies. The mean lies in between these only, not exactly in the center, but somewhere, somehow it will be just in between the highest or the lowest scores. That is called as range. See here. Now, how to find out the range? That means the collected data is spread over into how many scores? Range is nothing but highest score range is difference between the highest and lowest score. Okay. Suppose in the previous example we will see. In the previous example, see 36, 35, 50, 46, 60, 55. In this, which is the highest score? Yes, 60 is the highest score. And which is the lowest score in the previous example? 36, 35, 50. 35 is the lowest score. Now just you find out what is the answer here. 25. 25 is the range of the previous example. Okay. This is what method of finding the range. So these are the points. What are the points we have learnt now? What is data and how to handle the data. Okay. And next comes organization of data. We have learnt data handling, organization of data. With one example we have learnt. And what is the arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean is nothing but the sum of the scores divided by number of scores. And we have seen one example also for that. And after this we have seen the range, the definition of range and one example of the range. This is what the theory part of the data handling. See here children, data handling comes under the statistics. In the branch of the statistics it comes. So you have to write or you have to copy this in the what is that fair note? Arithmetic fair note. First and second chapter. Integers and second chapter is fractions and decimals. You copied now. In that only you have to continue this third chapter, that is data handling. And the fourth chapter is over already, that is in the algebra fair note you copied. This comes under the arithmetic. So you have to copy this in the arithmetic fair note only, chapter 3 data handling. And what you have to write in that, you have to write the points, that is, see here, you open, all of you open the page number page number 76. In that, what have we discussed? There you have to write points to remember. Point 1 to point 5 you have to write. See here, what have we discussed? You don't write like this. Points to remember you have to write. Points to remember you have to write. And then point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to 5 you have to write as the points. Okay. Then next exercise 3.1 I solve. Remaining points for the next exercise you can copy. So 3.1 I am going to solve in the next session. Okay. Thank you for watching. Share and subscribe my channel.